I mean, it's up in the air now. We're gonna do with that number 2 pick because I think Hutchinson gonna end up going to Jacksonville, unfortunately, and I don't really like Thibodeau.
Yeah,
So I think
I
that
agree.
like
They just signed. They just signed a tackle.
they franchise tagged their left tackle and they signed another tackle.
Yeah.
So
Brandon Shift.
Sheriff, yeah,
They're probably not gonna take another lineman.
no, they're gonna put somebody on the other side of Josh Allen,
Yeah,
which is smart. And I think Hutchinson gonna definitely thrive in that spot. So I'm rooting for him in that regard. But
I
yeah,
agree. And that just shows, excuse my French here, but that just shows the Lions, saying they're holding their dick. Like they had no business winning some of them games that they won at the end of the year. We lost the pick. Like it's crazy. That's such a Lions move right there. Now we sitting there and some of these other guys, Thibodeau, Kyle Smith from Hamilton, from Notre Dame. I think they could be phenomenal players, but once again, we're not in the ultimate position we should be because we were doing too much, or trying to beat us. Not that you always want to lose games, but when you don't win your first game to like week 9, you have no business
time to kind of pack it in,
playing yourself out of the pick the last week of the year. So I think that's kind of, if you want to know the kind of the snapshot of the Lions, that's that. Playing ourselves out of the first pick. Now we're standing there. Hutchinson could be the next Watt brother, or could be the next guy that sets the edge off for the next 5-7 years, and and we're sitting there, we're looking like, damn, we got
we're sitting there with a guy Thibodeau that just talks a lot of game, but then let his Oregon teams get literally destroyed by Utah back-to-back weeks. That's why I'm just like not so optimistic. Obviously, I get like you play end, you can run away from ends and all this other type of shit, but I just feel like with Hutchinson, it was just like motor. You know what I'm saying? Just like plays harder than everybody. Going to be playing, the hardest playing player on the field at all times. And just put yourself, it's because it's literally one of those like franchise, like, changing picks. And I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago or last week. I mean, I'd probably be cool with Hamilton now if they're not going to be able to get Hutchinson. I'd rather.
And just to throw it up, tied in, we had Andy Phillips on the podcast a couple weeks ago. He released his information. He had Kyle Hamilton as the number one person on his board.
Had a DN from Georgia on there that not getting a whole lot of love.
So I think we do have a lot of. I think you have to you have to assume that they're going to take Hutchinson, and you have to begin to evaluate the rest of the players and fill spots. And if that's if we're going to get a safety that can, we need a safety. I mean, Aaron Rodgers in our division. I imagine Justin Fields is going to do something, or the Bears always have something. We're going to where it's a pass happy league. So getting shoring that up.
Like I told you, like I'd rather have a strong pass rush with like somewhat decent, secondary, because like I don't care how strong your secondary is, it's hard to guard players longer than like 5-6 seconds. So it's just one of them situations where, and I trust Brad Holmes too. I mean, I feel like he gonna take some time to, maybe trade up. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of draft capital. They got a lot of picks. They got like 5 picks in the top 40.
Yeah, no, so, I agree. And we talked about it, but they're gonna have like 2 picks, like like the 32nd pick and like the 34th pick or something. So what do you think about? I'm not sure if he'll be there. I know he had a great combine. But Ajabo, the other DN from Michigan. I think if he could be there, maybe that could be a way to shore up the deep line a little bit. I think he's a phenomenal player as well. I don't think he got a little overshined because of what Hutchinson was doing, or a little under, not as much shine.
Right. I think with him, he showed out so well at the combine. I think he ran like a 4.6. I'd be shocked if he's there past like 15, 20. I mean, it had to be something,
I can see it. I can see him flying off for sure. I'm just throwing out other people that we know. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it in my graph. I didn't realize he was that high, but
I've seen him as high as like 10. I've seen him as low as like 20 to 25. So I mean, it's really kind of like whatever. I think he'll just like hearing about him and just kind of like knowing how he is and stuff, and like it seems like it's just a very like a great story. I feel like he's one of the people where they'd like people would definitely gonna take a shot on him just because of like his production and, you know, his upside, because he's only been playing football since like junior or senior year in high school or something like that. So,
and he's a freakish athlete.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say I definitely, you know, that second pick, it does kind of concern me now. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you up. I wouldn't even mind if they just kind of traded it out of it and like got more draft capital. And so it's kind of like, okay, you know, we traded like the 5th or 6th picks. We can kind of just get like the next player available and not just like, you know, make this decision that could literally like haunt us, you know, for years down the road. And I also feel like, you know, I just think I wouldn't be mad if they got Hamilton. Thibodeau's who I'm just not, you know, I'm not really sold on him. You know, you know, people kind of choose what they want to do and not do at the combine. But I just think it's the way I'm hearing him just, you know, talk about no sales tax. And wants to like play somewhere that doesn't have any sales, like, you know, no taxes or whatever. That is like, he wants to play in like, I don't know,
Jackson,
whatever he said.
Florida don't got sales tax.
Yeah.
Income tax.
Income tax. That's all. I'm saying. Like he wants to, you know, place. I don't know. Until you hear guys kind of like, I get it. Like he's, you know, smart kid. You know, think about his future, this, that, and the third. But like, I just keep hearing him. He keeps doing a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? Like he says about how he was like beating up on Evan Neal as the best tackle in this draft, and then film came out that he was getting like destroyed by Evan Neal. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm not loving the eye test and like kind of what I'm seeing now. When you get on the field, it's a different story, but. Yeah, I think I'd be cool with Kyle Hamilton. There are also some, you know, once again, like trading back, you can see like, you know, there's a lot of DNs, you know, from Georgia, just defensive players from Georgia as a whole that I wouldn't mind getting a hold of.
Yeah, you saw what the linebacker, who's the linebacker from Georgia?
I don't know. We both blanking on names today.
He blew us up like crazy that whole draft.
But, he was. Yeah,
the whole play. But I agree, and obviously we're biased towards Hutchinson. Yeah, we're biased towards Hutchinson because we watched him play. So you know, I probably watched at least 80% of every snap he's taken. You know, over the last 4 years.
Don't lie.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a first rounder last year, like his junior year. So I mean, you know.
Yeah, no, but trading back wouldn't be bad. You know, wouldn't obviously. You know, especially if we can pick up another third or a second or something. You know, we need all the help we can get. And we need 3 starters out of the first 3 picks.
Yes.
3 day one, put them in. They're the starting at whatever position you drafted them at. That's what we have to have. And then, so draft not too far down the road. You know.
I do want to throw out there. They got to try to find a way to get Drake London from USC. It's just like
him, man. I see. You made me look up his tape, and no, he's legit.
Yeah. It's just the fact he's a Lions fan somehow. He's like from California, so I don't know. Anytime you know, got an opportunity to try to, you know, get a kid like that, you know, wants to play for your franchise and, you know, one of his old teammates already play there. I think that's just something that that could definitely work in our favor. You know, I mean, I think that's something to get them, you know, late first, early second round. Like I said, trade around in the, you know, maybe trade up and just try to snag them like 25th, 26th, but get yourself some more draft capital for later on in the draft. But yeah, I think all in all, like I said, I hope they kind of, you know, I hope they definitely shore things up in the draft. And I do hope that they, you know, kind of go back to the free agency thing, just grab like, you know, I just want to see a couple more defensive players, you know, maybe just see like a, you know, change of pace back or, you know what I'm saying, just like another tight end, just to
we got to infiltrate juice into the system. You know, last year was just kind of a gnaw. You know, I mean, we won 2 games. You know, it's kind of a gnaw. You obviously lost Stafford. You know, we were playing with David Blau or some shit by the end of the year. So, you know, I think we were, you know, it's crazy. So you got to infiltrate as much juice into the system and keep it rolling as we can possibly do. And like you said, I think
seat warm for Bryce Young or hell, even dude from Ohio, Stroud. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think if they could just kind of build like a little like team right now, and then you know, kind of just it's like, all right, we got rid of Goff. Now we're just gonna plug in, you know, that superstar rookie and just keep the ball.
I agree. And like, that'd be the key. If they start doing something like that, and like you said, shore up the defense, get some weapons around, make sure that old line stays tip top, and I obviously I don't think you can go very far with Goff. You're gonna have to throw in one of them young guns, or ultimately, go get a free agent.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think really you'll be better off with a Teddy Bridgewater running the show. You're better off with somebody of that ilk.
Game managing.
I wouldn't be mad if they found a way to go get Watson, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Where do you, just real quick, where do you think, obviously taking everything he's dealing with and all the stuff seriously and not, turn a blind any of that. But I guess, like, where would you like to see him go?
Yeah.
If you have
I'm not going to steal what you said earlier. You talked about that, but I personally think Steelers. I know I try to throw every quarterback at the Steelers, but I think you got to have Tomlin can shield a lot. Tomlin is a fantastic coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think in tenure, second to Belichick, probably only in the league. He's been down near 20 seasons. He runs a fantastic show. And I think if you can get on that team, it would just help a lot of situations. It would keep he can shield a lot of that stuff. Like you said, assuming that this is going to be cleared, like it seems just like it's going to be. I would imagine he's still going to have a lot coming his way. And why not get to a great franchise? Whenever you can get to a team like the Steelers, who I seen a picture earlier today of the winningest teams since 2000. Steelers were second only to the Patriots on that list. So, go back. If you do the list from probably 80 to 2000, they'll probably be in the top 5 again. So, I think they're always there. And that's somebody that I personally, if I was him, I would be looking to get to that safe haven.
Yep. Yeah. No, I agree with that one. I think that'd be a good move. It'd be kind of crazy if they just signed Trubisky just to do that, though. But I definitely
agree. That's kind of I agree. And I wasn't just thought that I wasn't anticipating that happeing.
Right.
I don't know how fast you can trade a player that you just signed, but maybe Trubisky's a great backup.
Right. Oh yeah. I think, and we already kind of discussed it. I mean, I feel like Atlanta. I just feel like he from Atlanta. Matt Ryan, they probably just need to go ahead and, let him go contend. You know what I'm saying? Just give him a new change of scenery. I think he'd be I've heard that, like, Watson reached out to Atlanta and is almost kind of like trying to bring people with him. Allen Robinson, Will Fuller, those other free agents kind of just holding off, kind of see what he's going to do. Yeah. Should at least know where he's going to be at, I'd say, by, like, Friday or Saturday. I just think that'd be, situation where, he at the crib and it literally just be like a Mike Vick, 2.0, just, what I'm saying? Just like a scenario where they would he'd be able to bring Atlanta kind of like out of the gutter, because they ain't been the same since blowing that 28-3 lead, in the Super Bowl. So I think that, that'd be a good spot for them. I feel like even like New Orleans, like somehow New Orleans, they kind of find a way to beat Brady. Like, they literally beat him, like, except for in the playoffs, they beat him like 4 times, like in the regular season the last 2 years, swept him each season, and they literally beat him like 9-0 with Taysom Hill.
Yep.
So, you kind of put a player like that, that can move better than Drew Brees could,
you see how that offense and that team looked before Jameis went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, like I said, Deshaun Watson was like top 5 before, everything happened. Like, he was literally leading the league in passing yards, like, was like head going toe to toe with Mahomes. Like, a lot of people, it's been a little bit since we've seen him. So I think if he was able to I think if we went to the Saints, I feel like it'd be neck and neck, like him over Brady, as far as like who I might pick to come out of the NFC when it comes to that. And then, obviously Los Angeles got something to say about that, but they also just lost Von Miller. So, I just feel like if he's able to kind of, find his way, even the Panthers, they got a lot of weapons too. You know what I'm saying? He's literally like, he's one of them guys where you just going to throw him in there. You already know they're going to be playoff contender.
Obviously, he can make any throw, run any offense. I thought he was a phenomenal player since he was running into Alabama. He just you could tell when he looked like a Vince Young. He looked like he belongs in the NFL. That's the feel in. So it's even crazy that he fell in the draft. Then we talked about Mitchell Trubisky. That's funny that I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. They went Trubisky first pick in that same draft. Yeah, and
Mahomes went 10th. He went like 14th.
Yep. And
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So this, I was gonna. So
I've always felt like Deshaun Watson was kind of just like a combination of like Vince Young and like Mike Vick. You know what I'm saying? Just got like, just with a better, throw a little bit better, obviously. But
yeah,
I agree with you.
he's the evolution of the running quarterback, where
He's
they
the prototype.
yeah. There's the even like a notch over Cam. Like just a can't run as well as Cam, but can throw a little better. It's kind of like that's that perfect little match, and much more physical than you could than ever like a Mahomes could ever be, or So I do think he's a generational type quarterback, and
Right.
I think and he'll have a lot on his mind, a lot to prove coming back out. So I think whoever can get him, they're going to be heading in the right direction, because that like you said, he was a top 5 quarterback before he went out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of I didn't realize you said by Friday. I didn't realize this decision was going to be made that fast.
I mean, they're saying
things are moving fast, because a week ago this was not even to be thought of. So
they're saying like he's basically.
My last thing I'm gonna say is stay the hell out of Cleveland.
Yeah, that's why they said like I think like the Saints, they've already like approved the Saints offer. They've already approved. I think it was Carolina's offer and maybe even Cleveland's offer. So it's just a matter of him trading, waiving the no trade clause and just saying like, all right, yeah, go ahead and ship me off here. So it'd be interesting to see, because one thing, and this we can wrap it up after this, but one thing that would be interesting to see would be we saw what Russell Wilson went for, like 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 3 players, and like a 5th round pick or something.
Yeah.
You can only imagine like Russ. Now Russ is Russ. Russ is a dog too. But I feel like, Texans might be like, yeah, you see what they got for Russ? Like, we don't need at least, one more first rounder, one more, player in return to kind of make this happen.
I agree. It's going to be interesting to see what they get. I don't know. I bet you, when everything settles, I bet you it'll probably be about the same, because Russ is significantly older, but Russ can prove he can go get you a championship. Russ is significantly older, but Russ don't got no baggage. Russ. So I think ultimately when the dust settles, it'll probably really be about the same, because everything you can say kind of the opposite.
Yeah, that's true. And the Texans, they were on bad terms too, the Watson and the Texans too. So it is kind of just like we probably just need to go ahead and get up out of here.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it is a Ricky Williams situation, but we'll see. Yeah. I guess the Saints have proven they did it before.
Right. Right. Yeah, no, you ain't lying there. So,
Anything else for the people?
That's all I got, man. Go Blue. Hopefully we're able to pull it out tomorrow. And, hopefully we, I wake up and we sign Tyrann Mathieu. The Lions sign Tyrann Mathieu tomorrow, too. That'd be ideal.
Hey, somebody. To existence. And we're not having a podcast if we lose. No.
Right. We'll take a bye week.
All right.
That's all I got, yeah.